Everyone, good morning. Good morning. I'm Christine, and I'm the co-founder of Four Corners Yoga and Wellness, and welcome to our community connection. I am happy to be here today, and I wanted to tell you today's topic is inhaling and exhaling. In these times right now, I feel that people are facing all kinds of things, from a little anxiety, a lot of anxiety, stagnant positions in your chairs, in your beds, in your space. And I think that this was something that just came to me yesterday, because I was talking to a friend of mine, and I just told her, like, just inhale and exhale and just let go. So with that being said, I don't know, I'm just going to mute everybody, and then I'll unmute it at the end so that we can have a little discussion. So let me just mute you all. Perfect. Okay. All righty. So a lot of what I've learned about what I'm about to present to you is through my yoga practice, which has been evolving over the last four or 5 years now. And it's amazing. I mean, I think when I first graduated from massage school, I recognized the importance of breath, and because I am a fitness person working out with a trainer, I also know that importance of the breath work. And so I frequently, as I'm working, do deep inhales and exhales to help myself to make sure that I'm able to not hold anything in my body as I'm doing my massage strokes, or as well to make sure that I'm not holding anything, any negativity, any tension spots or anything. So I'd like to just start by having everybody, ideally, if you're in the bed, it's not as great to be laying down doing these exercises. It's more beneficial to be seated up, because you want to make sure that you're opening up your frontal body, the front of your body, and elongating your spine and chest so that your lungs can really fully expand as they're supposed to. Very few of us use the full capacity, or even 50% of the capacity of our lungs. We tend to breathe from the top of our chest instead of our bellies. And so I could always email you this afterwards, so you can let me know. But for right now, if you could either sit up a little bit more in your bed or in your chair, and rather than lie down, that'll be ideal. And as you sit, you want to always think about sitting as erect as you can, thinking that you might have a pole from the top of your head to the bottom of your spine. So you just want to really just think about your head being over your shoulders. Oh, it's your head being over your neck directly in the center of your body, over your shoulders, and then just again straight down so that your hips are over, your shoulders are over your hips. Okay, so I'm just gonna mute this person who just joined us. I forgot to change it to mute all when they come in, so great. All right. All righty. So as we are going to begin now, I'm gonna have you sitting up, erect. I'd like you just, a lot of times I think it's easier. We're gonna do, the first one we're gonna do is, it's what I do in yoga. We feel our breath from our belly, and then to the middle of our chest, and then the top of our chest. So you're gonna take small inhales, but on a count, we'll probably go up to 4. So just, I think it's easier if you just put your hands on your belly, because you can feel your belly expand, and just take an inhale through your nose. And then take another exhale out for that for a second. And then inhale through your nose, just for the lower part of your belly. And exhale. I'm trying to hold it on a count of 3 right now. So inhale, 2, 3, and exhale through the mouth. The next section of what we're going to do for our inhale is to place your hands into the middle sides of your body. So I put my hands on the sides of my rib cage, And so as we do this next breath, we're going to start with our belly, and then I'm going to move you right up to the chest. And we're going to do that a count of inhaling 1, 2, and then up in the middle 1, 3, 4. Okay, so let's place your hands on your belly. Excuse me, and do an inhale, 2, and 1 more up to the middle, 3, 4, and exhale. And we're going to try that one more time. Inhale into the middle, and exhale. Great. And our next breath will come right up to our, filling up our chest. So just place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And again, making sure you're sitting up nice and tall and not forcing anything, but just, you know, not collapsing. Because when you try to breathe, you guys can do it as an example to try to breathe and breathe in and bending over. It's hard. So let's just stay erect and tall. And let's go ahead. This is going to be a count of 6 all the way up to the top. So we're going to do 2 on the belly, 2 in the chest, and then 2 at the top of the chest. So take an inhale through your belly and to the center and to the top of your lung tucks. And hold it for 2, 3, 4, and now exhale. As you exhale, I didn't mention it, but we're going to do this one more time, and then I'll show you the next exercise. You want to exhale if you can slowly, and initially there's different ways you can do it. We're going to do it on the same exhale of exhaling 6. So when I count down, you'll hear me count down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I will begin to do that by, let's place your hands one more time on your belly and on your chest, and we're going to do it in thirds again. So inhale for 2. Into your belly, and then up to your chest, 2 more, and then up to the top of your chest, and just gonna hold it so that now you should be fully expanded. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, I'm gonna have to do this one more time because I've got to tell you, as you exhale, you want to pull your belly into the back of your spine. Okay, so we'll try this one last time. Okay, so hands on your belly and on your chest. Take an inhale. And to the second. And up to the top. And holding. And exhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you're exhaling, you should be able to ideally contract or pulling your belly in. So that's great. The other thing is we'll do in the yoga class, I'm going to turn to the side because sometimes you can see it a little bit more. You want to try to expand your ribs. So, so breathing into your side body or your back body, if you will. So that if you visualize it, you kind of like, what am I doing? This doesn't make sense. But if you visualize that you're filling up a balloon and all parts of it are being expanded, then it will be more helpful. So we're going to do that breath one more time. I'm going to fill out my belly first. First, 2 breaths, middle, and then the side. So going to inhale into the middle, into the sides and top, and exhale. So I find that breath can be very helpful if you are feeling like just like frustrated, angry, just need to do that. I mean, I don't do it in that slow format that I do it in a slow format, but I don't, you know, I practice it all at once, doing the first third, second third, and on the top. And it's very helpful for me. The other thing that we will do in our yoga practice is what they call breath of fire, where you're pumping your belly. and they usually tell us in class what it's good for, but for me, I just feel like it's really nice because I'm activating my my stomach muscles and my pelvic muscles, it feels like to me. And so when you're doing this, you're taking an inhale, and then you just sucking your belly in and out, but not forcing it out. You just contracting it and letting go, contracting it and letting go. So that breath is kind of fast, and you will, I'm going to demonstrate it so that you can see and hear, but you're going to just take an inhale and then so I was just exhaling through my mouth, but I usually do everything through my nose when I'm doing it in my Kundalini yoga class. So, but it's basically, those who are just on the phone, you might not hear it, but you might not be able to, you can't see it. So, but if you just visualize that you're like, just pumping your stomach, like as if when you're doing crunches on the floor, stomach, abdominal work. So we'll just do that for, I didn't even start that. Yeah, it's okay. We'll just do that for maybe, like, if we can, we'll do it for a minute, okay? Not even a minute, 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and just take an inhale in. And then just hold it and pump your stomach. And you can exhale through your nose. And as you need to breathe in, 10 more seconds. And you can stop now. I feel like that's a good distraction for yourself. Like if you do that for a minute long, you'll let go of any frustration or emotion that you might be feeling at that moment. I think it's very helpful as well. Another breath that we do is just regular long, deep breathing. Just long, deep breathing is just inhaling. Typically, like most of us, again, we're not breathing enough. So you want to try to breathe all the way up to a count of 6, ideally to 8. I've been doing Qigong every morning, and the gentleman said he can hold his breath for take 1 whole minute to do an inhale and an exhale. And I was like, wow. But if you practice it, you're building, it's a muscle. Your lungs are, you're building that capacity. So if you practice these things, it'll come. So with long, deep breathing, you inhale for a count of up to 6 to 8. And then as you exhale, you want to exhale like double that. So if you only can inhale up to a count of 4, then try to exhale slowly through as a count of 8. And now you exhale through my mouth. Okay. So let's just go ahead and again, seat it up. Just make sure you're erect. And let's just slowly go ahead and take long, deep breath in through your nose. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm holding it. You always want to hold it at the top for 3 seconds to 4 seconds and exhale slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and holding it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as I was counting fast because I'm not talented enough to breathe and count at the same time like some of the yoga teachers are, but you get the concept of what I'm trying to say. So those are just things that I personally will do when I'm feeling frustrated. I don't usually get anxious, but I get frustrated. So I'm going to take a moment and unmute you all in case people want to say anything. And what I wanted to just do, if anybody has any, because we do have a couple of yoga teachers on here, and actually, all right, so unmute, and Just unmute. There we go. So everybody is unmuted. If you want to stay muted, it's no problem. I won't mute you back again, so no worries. Okay. So I just want to tell you, it's really tough right now out there, but at the same time, there are many things that you can look at to give you peace and comfort. So I highly recommend, tuning out from the TV, tuning out from the news, whatever you might be listening to, trying different things to maybe inspire your mind. I brought the plants from the studio here, so I'm very excited. My orchid has started to bloom. It's been with the bud for the last probably 2 months, and I'm very excited because this is the second time blooming, and so yay. So I am seated at my table over at the in the dining room table and doing work, and when I feel like, oh my goodness, so much is going on, I'm feeling overwhelmed, all these emails, and I just look over and I see that flower and it just makes me happy. So put something in your space that will make you happy. If it's a picture of your family, if it's, for me, the flowers makes me happy. If it's your favorite color, bring that crayon or whatever that color is, that bottle of nail polish, whatever you have, whatever will make you happy, put it in your present so that at the moment when you're feeling that pressure or frustration, you'll have something to look forward to. So, I didn't know if it would definitely be a 30-minute call. My last one, when I did my self-care massage technique class, it was 28 minutes. And honestly, there's not really any reason for me to do anything more. The one thing I will tell you is that breathing is important to do this kind of intentional breathing. If you can, once every hour, for 3 minutes, it's not long. And if you feel, I should have said this from the beginning, you shouldn't experience any lightheadedness or anything, but if you feel like anytime you're doing these things, that you're feeling that means your breath is either too fast or too slow, but just go back to breathing normally. You don't have to continue doing the ones I showed you. I'm a member of the Boston Wellness Network in Jamaica Plain. We started this group and it's for the greater Boston area. And we have a respirologist he's not a respiratory therapist, but he's someone who does breath work. And he taught us this week the importance of humming. And I was like, wow, I hadn't hummed since a little child, and he just really guided us through something. And I'm not good enough to do it yet, so I'll probably do it, or maybe have him on as a co-host. But I mean, basically, he just said the importance of humming is going to vibrate your sinuses, and it actually, because we do it in Kundalini yoga, I think it also will stimulate, pituitary glands, which is in your skull, basically inside of your skull. You have this. It'll just cause this vibration inside, so it'll open up in my opinion, probably I can visualize it opening up your sinuses even. So when you hum, though, he said to just make sure your mouth is not clenched, your jaw slightly open, but your lips are closed, not not pursed, but just closed. And as you hum, you can just let your tongue be loose, and you can feel your teeth and your lip and your nose kind of vibrate a little, and it's cool. So I'm not going to do it here, like I said, but do that for 30 seconds to a minute, a couple times, and you'll see how it feels. It's really, I really enjoyed it. So I've done enough talking, and if anybody has any questions or wants a copy of the video, you can email me, text me, or however you learned about, this community connection. You can just respond back to that person, and they'll put you in touch with us. But
Christine, can I share one thing?
Oh. Yes, go ahead, Courtney.
Yeah, real brief. So it's good morning. My name is Courtney, and my thing is cycling. And some time ago, I attended one of Karuna's classes, and I was out training one day, and I had to do this really difficult activity up in the Blue Hills. And all the brothers know when you do this thing, it's not pleasant. So before I started doing the activity, climbing this steep hill, my heart rate was going up. I wasn't even doing anything. My heart rate started to go up, and I could see the numbers going. I said, this is crazy. So I just stopped. I literally just stopped on my bicycle and says, Court, you got to get yourself under control. and just focused on my breathing. And just doing that exercise for like 30 seconds, I was able to get my heart rate down by 5 heartbeats. And so I just say that because this stuff really works.
And Tiffany, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I did. I just wanted to say thank you for holding this space. This is really awesome. And as a yoga practitioner, I am always like, wait, I need to fill my cup up too. And I like to be the student as well. And because sometimes we are so caught into serving everyone else that we forget or don't make time to take a breath ourselves in between us taking a breath for someone else. So I just want to say thank you for creating this space, and that breath was good, or all the breathing techniques were great. And it, especially, which I haven't done in a while, the breath of fire. And I want to incorporate that into my daily, because that really, I don't even know what tension I had and it released, but I feel a little lighter. So I'm glad you did that one, because I don't do that one often. So that breath of fire was on point. So thank you.
You're welcome. I think somebody else wanted to say something on the cell phone.
Cell phone.
No?
I'll say something. This is Meryl. Hi, Christine.
Oh, hello.
It took me a while to get on, but I'm here. It's amazing because it seems like every time I do anything with you, I start crying, which I think is not a bad thing. I think it must be opening me up or something. So that's what I wanted to say. Even just when I think about it and think about like beautiful things or whatever I'm trying to think about, when you say think about things. And it's just amazing that I'm standing here trying not to cry.
Oh, it's okay to cry. You know what? Sometimes you have to have that release. Let me tell you, I do this myself sometimes when I feel emotional in any way. I mean, it's not often that I will cry, but my partner will encourage me, just let it out. Sometimes I'm in the car alone and I'll just let out a scream, because sometimes it has to be that scream that needs to come out. So, when we hang up in a moment or two, feel free to let yourself cry, even holler, shake, shake, shake. Get up and just, after you do all that, just shake it all out, and then inhale and exhale and let it go. Just want you all to know, I read I'm going to call it a quote, but I didn't write down who said it, but I read something, I can't remember if it was from Reverend Sabrina at my church, which I believe it was. She said, "You are stronger than you think. You have more power than you can imagine that lives inside of you. Hold everything, hold on. Everything is going to turn out just fine. You made it through yesterday. You'll make it through today. Just trust and believe, and don't forget to breathe." All right. So thank you so much for joining us. And tonight we have Mixed Levels Yoga with Linda at 6 p.m. And we have a community connection that's going to be occurring on Saturday at 3 p.m. That'll be the next one. And thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.